Speaking of ferries, COVID vaccinations are now reaching a new frontier, Jamie, by being offered on board the state's ferry system.
It's a new chapter in the strategy to bring the vaccines directly to the people who still need them. Q13 News reporter Brian Flores is on a ferry with those details.
Well, have you got your shot yet? Just in case you haven't, you can get one on board a Washington State ferry from now until later on this week. I am on board the MV Chimacum, the Bremerton to Seattle ferry route, and I'm joined here with Amy Rainwater. She is the vaccine coordinator for Peninsula Community Health Services. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so this is kind of a cool program. You're administering COVID vaccines on board a ferry. So what about this coordination? How did that come about?
So our boss, Lynette Bird, and JKM, Jennifer Keeler-Moss, set this up for us a couple weeks ago. We started last week, and now this is our last week, and if it goes well, hopefully we can keep doing it.
Yeah. Talk to me about like the need to still vaccinate people overall. I mean, are you still seeing that, or are trying to find people to vaccinate still?
So it's been reassuring to know that there's been a lot of people who have been vaccinated. We are doing this to try to find the people who slip through the cracks that are unable to go to vaccine clinics to get vaccinated because they work long hours or they're commuting and they don't have the time.
Yeah. So in terms of nuts and bolts, how many vaccines do you have available? What kind of vaccines do you have available?
So with us right now, we have about over 100, and we are carrying the Pfizer vaccine and the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, so people have their choice to basically choose which vaccine they want. Have you heard of any interesting stories of people when you're going about asking people if they got the vaccine? I think you mentioned one previously when we were talking, but tell me some interesting stories if you heard people getting vaccinated.
Yes, so we had a gentleman who was literally on his way to the airport to Tokyo and had been wanting to get a vaccine but didn't think he was going to be able to, so he opted to get the Johnson & Johnson, and he's now in Tokyo, vaccinated.
So basically he was on the ferry on his way on an overseas trip, and you just asked him to get if you need a vaccine. He said, yep, yeah. I need one.
Yes, and he goes, if you have the Johnson & Johnson? I said, yes, we do. So we were able to get him vaccinated, and he's good now.
There you go. So if you're on a ferry, specifically the Seattle to Bremerton, you can go and get a COVID vaccine. How long is this going to be lasting here?
So this will be our last week. So today, Wednesday and Thursday, we take the 8:45 ferry starting, and then go to Seattle, and we'll take the last ferry is 5:30 heading back to Bremerton for us.
Okay, so maybe you can just get a nice view of the ferry and then get a COVID vaccine and then come on back, I guess.
And if you get the Pfizer, we also will schedule you for a follow-up as well, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll get you taken care of.
All right, sounds good. Amy Rainwater, COVID vaccine coordinator here for Peninsula Community Health Services. Again, you can get a COVID vaccine if you're on one of the Washington State ferries from now until Thursday. Guys, back over to you.